welcome to the Hodgepodge Artist. I'm Angela Marie, and today I'm going to do kind of an arty vlog. So if you're new here, welcome, come on in, and if you're returning, I really do appreciate it. This is me working in ink. I do love lots of different mediums. I have I have resin, I have acrylics. I'm trying to learn oil, watercolor, pastels, oil pastels. I have all the things. And I think that's part of the problem is I got into making and creating art and honing that skill a couple years ago, and I've been really focusing, I feel, looking at the amount of things that I have on consumerism. So my goal here in the future for next year is to create, and not consume. Not to say that I haven't been making things and using the things, but I have spent too much time wanting to buy things, and the need needs to be creating, not getting. So, not to be preachy or to start this video off on a rant, but I just, I got to get myself passionate about not consuming and doing. So, this is inks that I'm using. I just printed off on some watercolor paper that I purchased that I didn't realize was not 100% cotton, so it's really great for this medium. Printed off kind of like a coloring page, and just playing around. I recently bought this cute little pink, again, the consumerism, but I couldn't pass it up. It was not very expensive, super cute, and I've decided after purchasing this that it holds all the inks I currently have, so I am going to think either one out, one in, or even if I want more of something, if I don't have the room or the space for it, I just can't get it. So that is kind of some rules I've set for myself. I obviously will have to give myself grace because it's hard to change a mindset, but that's kind of what I'm doing. If you guys, have any ideas of if you have the same issue or have had it in the past and kind of overcome it, if you can let me know in the comments, like how you did it, or directions or books to read or anything like that, please leave it in the comments. But that kind of lets me go into how I decide what I'm going to do and when. So this weekend was kind of a heavy weekend in my house. I was on call for work. I myself have some mental health issues that I am doing currently good on, but you just never know. So, things do weigh heavy on my heart often. So I didn't do a lot of like creative different things to be able to show you like this is kind of what I did for the last week or whatnot. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to just chat about my whys and my goals and things like that. So I did sit down for about 20 minutes here and just colored, And is this an original piece from me that I drew? No. But it is me getting in a zone, feeling less stress. I usually have something to listen to and watch on my iPad, and I just think of the colors I want to use, how I want to use them. A lot of it is also learning. Because I put not enough ink in the well to color this red, but then when I get the brown out for the wood of the chair, I use too much, and then I don't want to waste, so you'll see kind of what I did there to use up. But it's a learning process, and I'm definitely learning. I'm not any kind of artistic savant or anything like that. I very much struggle with what's in my head, putting it through my hands onto the paper, onto the canvas, anything like that. But I will show at one point where I've come quite a long ways and I'm pretty proud of myself. So I remind myself, learning is an up and down curve line, not a straight up line. So, just always give yourself grace is what I like to tell people. So the thing is that I will decide on what I want to do. Sometimes I have something in mind, like something really burning a hole in my head, in my brain, saying this is what I want to make, but I just don't have the energy or maybe it's even fear, like the fear of messing it up, and so I don't want to get super into it, and so I just get something like this out just for self-care and just to relax and love colors. The thing is I don't have to draw this because I am painting it, I'm coloring it, I'm doing this because I love all the colors. I used to say, think about what my favorite colors were. I usually say pink or purple, but I've decided my favorite color is rainbow. I love all colors. So there is that. And so I will set up. So I have my inks here. I have some water. I have a sponge to dip off the excess water. Here I'm going in with the brown, and I put too much in. This is walnut. I'm using Tom's Studio calligraphy inks. And yeah, I think I used one other kind in white that I had of a different brand here coming up. So let me get back to kind of what I wanted to talk about. I came onto YouTube. I was a little worried about it because I know there can be negatives to putting yourself on the internet, but I want to build a community. I've had great experience on Patreons that I've been on and things like that. I've made people I consider sort of friends on YouTube, commenting, getting to know them, and I just appreciate those, and I want that kind of community. I want to also be that to somebody else where they can look and see, look, I don't draw perfect things. I print something out on a piece of paper and I color it and I call it art, and it is art. I don't care what anybody says, it is art. So I encourage anybody at any age, I'm 48, I just turned 48, to just do creative outlets. I also am a social worker by trade, and I work with mainly the elderly and disabled. And really, statistics have showed, and studies have showed, that having a creative outlet actually lets you live longer, have a more fulfilling life, you have less health problems, or you're able to, handle everyday stress and overload, especially as we age and pain starts setting in and you just can't do what you used to. Just finding something just to do, and that can even be crossword puzzles, or I could go on a total rant and tangent on that, but so that's my goal. Ultimately, I do have a while before I retire from my main work that I do, but I do have some goals about after I retire, kind of what I want to do with my life, where I want to be, and I would like to open kind of like an art studio for anybody. That's why I also want to learn all these different mediums, so that if somebody comes in and they're interested, I can at the very least give them a basic thing, basic concepts, let them play, let them find joy. Art should be joy, creating should be joy, whether it's even writing, whether it's poetry, whether it's just anything, just a creative outlet, not getting out of our brain and out of our stress and all that, and just being and create. I don't know. I'm lacking words right now, but I just I a little bit babbling, and I do tend to do that. So that's why these chatty vlogs are a little harder for me to do. But yeah, I just sit here and do just color and paint, and I'm focusing. I'm learning right now kind of how to use this brush, different marks it would make, how I can turn it a certain way to get it in the crevices or not in the crevices, looking at kind of what I want to do, and it's learning, and even though it's relaxing, it's also learning. Let's see, what else did I want to say? Okay, I had to stop and listen to what I've already said, because I do tend to ramble. I used to joke, I always like the sound of my own voice, and I definitely can talk. That's a plus being a social worker. But I also have learned to listen and hear the nuances. So it's a skill for sure. So but anyway, again, a tangent. I think what I wanted to say was, if definitely comment, subscribe, do all those things, because I want to build a community. I want to be a support to people. I don't know if that's a silly goal, or if that's a goal that I may never reach, and that's okay. That's okay. So I have had a lot of people subscribe recently, and I appreciate it all. I'm not doing this to become big on YouTube or anything like that. I just want to find my people, my tribe. I want to be an advocate for folks that see these people that are more professional, do it for a living, and are marketing themselves more. And I love that. I follow lots of folks, especially on Patreon and stuff, that's their full-time job, and they use Patreon and YouTube and social media to market and encourage the art, and they're fantastic people. I enjoyed them. I've learned a lot from them, and I love the Zooms. You get to know them, they interact, and they're just my people. But I would like to find other people who are also like me, who are shy about it or timid about it or fearful about it, and want to learn and want to do, and just know. There's been a lot of YouTube videos that I've seen recently on don't be scared, don't be afraid, ugly art is okay. And I agree. I know some people will go back and change something, and I definitely did. Yeah, I will link in the card up above where I took something that I had done as a painting class years ago with a group of coworkers as a Christmas get together, and I didn't like how it turned out. And again, that experience deterred me from wanting to do art, thinking I couldn't do art because I did not like it at all. But I think what it is I was trying too hard, and we were having a good time and goofing around, and there wasn't a lot of pressure. So, but you know, it, again, that's just kind of what I'm saying. I do think though that that's all I want to say. I'm going to cut this video short. I had to stop the voiceover again because I had a coughing fit. So I was saying that I'm going to cut this short. I had a lot of the walnut ink over, and I took some white ink and kind of desaturated the color, and then I did the background. I ended up really not liking it, so not that I am shy to show you what I don't like or what I do wrong, because I have a video for that too, but I just don't need to talk anymore, and I think I've said enough. So if you made it to the end, thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.